Namaste, my beautiful queens, my wonderful souls. I want to do a very interesting reading today on 111. This spread consists of 5 cards, and I want to use let's use 2 decks. So I want you to choose deck 1 or deck 2. I'm not gonna use 3 because it's gonna be too long. This spread is called Your Way Up. Your way up to success. What do I mean when I say success? I mean that you're doing something what is fulfilling your life at any level. You do what you love. You do what helps you to use your creativity, and also gives you abundance, gives you good life, gives you pleasure, gives you joy, gives you feeling of you doing something good, something right, and gives you financial stability. So such spread I want to do. So you either please use the sacred key or use the arcanum. 5 questions. First, your chances, base chances, but you should already know what approximately you want to do. Your way up. Can you do it? Maybe you are not made for it. Maybe this is not yours. So you have to, while I'm putting the cards down, you have to determine what is that you want to do in order to have a happy, fulfilling life. So first card, base chances, can you do it? Or maybe you are not, cut for it, as I say. Second, how things will be developing in a period of time of 1 year. Third card, unexpected factors and obstacles. Fourth card, what and who can help you, and outcome within 1 year. So your way up, you either do this deck or this deck. So asking the spirits of fire, spirits of earth, air, and water, the guides, the keepers, the divine forces, to give us the answers to our questions. We are starting with arcanum. My beautiful queens, am I holding it upside down? No. So I am putting 5 cards down. Your way up. I find that these readings, especially in this year 2021, are much more important than what he thinks about me, what he feels to me. I will do those too, but it's important, more important for us to stand strongly on our 2 feet. So the way up, those of you who chose arcanum, base off the situation, you have to know approximately at least what you're gonna do. Can you do it? Maybe you are not cut for it. Card number 1. Have card number 2. How things will be developing. Card number 3. Unexpected factors and obstacles. Number 4. What and who can help you, and outcome of this situation. So the card number 1, so base chances, can you do it, how you should do it, what you should do, what is gonna bring to you, so what it is all about. Whatever card is there, the first, wow, like the tower. Well, the tower, of course, this tells you that if you actually decide to do it, you will rebuild and reshape your whole life, because the life what you are having right now, what you have to understand is the tower symbolizes the prison. but it's kind of the prison which kinds of gives you some stability. Because what is prison? If you read O. Henry, the prison are the walls. So the walls kind of protect you from, I don't know, the wind, the sun, and those who are guarding you, they bring you food, I don't know, a couple times a day. So there is some type of stability there, if you can say so. But usually it's a job which you've been staying and you've been hating, or unfortunately probably the career you chose under the pressure of your family or your parents or somebody else, which you absolutely don't find fulfilling, or you chose this career and you actually felt like it was something you would want to do, but right now at the point of us speaking, you don't find it fulfilling, you don't find it joyful, you like in a prison. So for example, I can tell you my dearest friend Madhumita, she used to be a traditional doctor, and she's a great doctor. So she's a traditional doctor for years, and then she got the training a couple years ago. She became a regression specialist and hypnotherapist and a healer. And now when she's being offered the job, even with good pay, good money, to be a traditional doctor, when she says, I have to just treat the body and not the reason why the body is not functioning right, I don't find it fulfilling. So she did the tower. She completely left the job with good income, good benefits, good. So she became free. She comes out of the tower and starts doing something what she finds fulfilling. So if you are brave enough, of course, to come out of those walls, completely leave the job you hate, or leave that career which you just no longer find fulfilling, neither spiritually nor emotionally, then of course that would be lots of people gonna tell you, are you crazy, what you doing, what you're talking about. So you have to really, of course, be ready. So when you are coming out of the prison, for some time before you build your own walls, before you build your own stability, then of course you would have to learn how to be free. Because when you come out of prison, you're free. You can go to the left, to the right, or straight. Of course it's stressful, of course it's a little, not a little, it can be really scary. Of course you can be hesitant, but at the same time this is a risk which you might want to choose to take. I can tell you that I had done the same thing when I had a job in retail, and I had it for years, and the pay was not too bad and the hours were not too bad, but I hated every single moment of it. I couldn't stand, I really hated it, and it was very scary when I quit. It's so hard to find a job where I am living. When I quit and I said, I just gonna do my channel only, I will try. I was terrified because that prison I came out, I no longer had the walls, because you see, I'm working on myself. So I am my own boss. I have to pay taxes. I have to take care of everything. And it's no safety pillow, because even though it's prison, but those are walls, some stability, some pay, some people bring you some food, probably not that great as you wish, but coming out, it's of course very scary. So base chances, can you do it? Yes, you can do it, but of course it's gonna take a lot of your courage. Your way up, your first step, of course, would require you to have some quite a bit of courage for you to leave, because it's it's when you decide, you say, okay, it's terrifying, it's really scary. it's really, really scary. And it's I cannot even tell you how scary it is. I mean, I can't tell you because I told you that I have done it, but of course it's up for you to choose. You're gonna take a risk, but we have this expression: if you don't risk, you don't drink champagne. So how things will be developing if you do take the risk? You're gonna be really, of course, really, really scared how things will be developing. You're gonna be really, really scared. It's gonna be sleepless night. It's gonna be all this. Have I done the right thing? And of course, people are gonna tell you. People are gonna be telling you, are you sure that's the right thing to do? It's not the very smart thing to do. It's like when a woman leaving the dead marriage. I heard a lot of people asking her, he doesn't drink, he makes money, he brings money home, buys you groceries. Why the hell you left him? But people don't understand there are two strangers living in a house and feeling lonely and miserable. So of course, how things will be developing, but at the same time, it's not something to be surprised about. It's yes, how things will be developing. You're gonna be non-sleeping at nights. You're gonna be thinking, okay, what's my next step should be? Of course you're gonna be doubting, of course you're gonna be hesitant, but this is it requires you to believe in yourself. It requires you, it's gonna be a moment when you're gonna be like, what the hell am I doing? Why the hell have I done it? Why the hell I had my paycheck? I knew that at the end of the week I'm gonna get my paycheck. Why the hell? Of course not everything is gonna be the way you want and dream. Of course things are gonna be not instantly working out. Of course it's gonna be stress, but on the way to the top, of course you can't expect things to be like instantly how you want it. So you have fears to have something not within your control. Okay, so you have to really, you're gonna be, there gonna be moments when you're gonna be tired and exhausted, but another thing you have to know, that people who know you, they will deep inside envy you that you got a courage to break free. Because every time there is one very famous man, movie star, and he said, when you tell people your dreams, they're gonna laugh at you and say you're crazy, you're nuts. But when you realize your dreams and make them a reality, the same people are gonna hate you. Why people hate those who achieved something? Why people hate even those who broke free and tried to achieve something, even risking their own life? I have seen several videos of the Saudi Arabia girls who take the chance to escape the hell they are living, and they only have this one chance, because if the family find them and bring them back to their country, they murder them. They call it honor killing, but they still take this chance, risking their life and knowing they only have this one chance. So why women, instead of being encouraged and being so inspired by such brave young girls who escape from hell and fight for freedom and the rights of their sisters, they get so much negativity and hate? Because they manage to do something what these other women are scared to even think of. People will, and not all, of course, not all people, but people might envy you for being courageous, for breaking free. And when you achieve something, of course, you're going to be criticized. Girls, I I always tell you that I tell you the cards. I will tell you how the cards are. I will tell you the truth. So how the cards are, that's how I will tell you. Girls, and one more thing, it's not going to be a second deck. It's just going to be this deck because I'm talking too much. So it's going to be just this one message here. So, of course, this is the cards and I read them. And, of course, it's up to you what you're going to do. Okay? What you're going to decide to do. But interesting thing that this is someone who chooses the profession out of previous profession, which is connected with helping people. This woman, like that woman who was, again, I'm talking about another girl from Egypt, another girl from Saudi Arabia, a woman who was shot in the face by her husband. She was married, was forced into marriage age 14, shot in the face by her husband who threatened to kill her, survives, miracle, she survives. They escape to India, then they escape to Canada. This horrific experience, she's now fighting for the rights for the women. So you who knows what it is to be in the prison, to be in a cage, to be caged by life circumstances, by people, by abuse, by emotional abuse or psychological abuse, or you've already had gone through so much. People like this become people who help others who had gone through spiritual torturing. They become coaches, they become psychologists, they become spiritual healers. This is a profession of someone who went through hell themselves, and they say, okay, I am an accountant. I am just putting numbers together. That's not what I want to do. Yes, my profession pays me my rent. My job just pays my bill. But I feel I want to go out to those wounded, abused, neglected, humiliated, lost souls. I want to help them. And this is how probably, I don't know how many of you feel resonance with it, but you feel like you want to make a difference. You want to touch at least one heart or two, like me. You want to make a difference at least in one life. Even if it's gonna take risk. Let's see the other cards, girls. Maybe I would say, you know what, outcome I don't know yet. Maybe I would say, you know, let's not do it within a year. Let's postpone it and not do nothing about it. Next card, unexpected. What obstacles you can expect, or unexpected obstacles. Factors, obstacles, what obstacles you can have on your way to fulfilling your true life mission, or a new life mission which you just found. And you see the Hermit. So you are gonna be shining alone at the beginning. You have to find the strength. You see, it's alone. You leave that prison, and if you expect what's going to happen, you might expect support from people you know. And this is the deepest card, and you already know the Hermit card. Please, I'm gonna put a link to the video of the Hermit card here on Patreon. You can watch again the full reading of the meaning of the Hermit. But you see, alone, if you expect the support and understanding probably of your family members, or probably of your husband or boyfriend, and you might share it with them and say, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to, because this is who you are. Look at this crystal. Look at this shiny crystal, and your crystal looks like your crystal is being activated, and your crystal started to shine. this is why you say no. I probably gonna be scared. I'm probably gonna be terrified. I probably gonna be not sleeping, not at night. But there is no other way for me to start shining the sacred light. I don't know, maybe you right now suddenly feel there is no turning back. There is no time left. You gotta do it now. And you said, even if I must stay alone and shine only with the power of my crystal, many of you, what you see, let me put it closer, many of you are crystal carrier. Please do my meditation. It's here on Patreon, which is gonna help you find your crystal and activate your crystal. I will also put a link under this video so you don't have to search for it. Because when your crystal is activated, your true gift is activated, your true life mission is activated, and unless you start fulfilling the true cause and reason why you have chosen to come and incarnate in the time of the end of Kali Yuga now, you are this crystal carrier, and you only have your heart shining here, that crystal, and you have the lantern, because you have to know that there was a philosopher, Diogenes, and this card symbolizes the Diogenes. He walked away from everybody. And he was living in the big bar. It's like a huge barrel, wine barrel, and he was living there alone. And he had this strange habit. He was walking along the streets holding the lantern, the lamp in his hand in the daytime, screaming, "I am searching for a human being. I am searching for a human being," means that he wanted to show that people are lost even in the daylight, and people forgot how to be what their essence tells them to be. So you see, you're leading yourself, and then this light will lead the others. Let's see the other cards, girls. You know, it's a tough journey here. Of course, you are the one who would choose whether take it or not take it. What will help you, can help you? Page of Wands. Interesting thing that, you know, in my case, it would be my son. Page of Wands. If you have a child, whether, doesn't matter, a child in your life, it's your child, doesn't matter, a girl or a boy, or maybe it's a niece, or maybe sometimes it's a neighbor. It's like a child or a teenager. And imagine this, you are just meeting this child, and this child looking into your eyes, and you looking into the eyes of this child, and realize that there is a wisdom of eternity out there. So of course it can be a child or a young person. You can be your own, because I can tell you that my one of my biggest inspiration is my son Tommy. Because that one is, he can tell you a couple words which can give you all the answers to all your questions. So of course, first of all, pay attention what children around you will tell you. But at the same time, this is a card of the good news, of an emissary of the news, which usually comes from a place located a little bit further away. So maybe you couldn't do this in a place where you live, or in the city where you live. But what happens when I saw this card, very often he comes, you know, he has this wand in his arm, and he knocks the door, and he says, I'm losing my voice, "I brought you good news." So what happens is, the situation, you see, like here we're having such a complicated maybe first steps of yours, and then what happens, the situation which looks completely hopeless, The situation which looks like, okay, there is nothing to even hope. It's a dead end. I'm facing the wall, and I'm facing the mountain. I don't know how to go around. It's not possible to go around. It's not possible to climb over it. It's Everest. And suddenly the solution comes, the news comes, the obstacles are gone, and you feel like there it is. This is it. So suddenly something happens and everything gets resolved. It's like you are walking in the sand, and this is summertime, you see, because the ones are connected with summertime, June, July, August, and he comes, and this is a card of perspectives which suddenly open up on your life path. It's fire, it's a chance, it's your award, because it's starting of something new. It's suddenly all the doors are open. It just reminds me myself so much, like I decided, okay, I'm gonna write a book, like, who am I, what am I, nobody knows me, who the heck needs it? And you just say, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. And you just come to the closed door, and you just break through that closed door with your head, and there is another closed door, and you like, oh God, no, I can't. But if I turn back, I can't turn back now. You break through another door, and there is another door there, and you just, how many doors? And suddenly they all open. And this is unexpected, what's going to help you. And the outcome, my God, I'm scared to look at outcome. And outcome is going to be like, nothing's going to happen. I mean, I'm scared. Girls, will you forgive me, whatever it is here? I have to tell you what are the cards. Ha! Victory! Victory! Oh boy, I'm so happy now. Whew. This outcome cards, I was already scared enough to see all those. Absolute victory. You don't have to be a tarot reader to understand Six of Wands, but you have to understand that before Six of Wands comes Five of Wands, and Five of Wands is the fight. Five of Wands is a struggle. You fight for what you believe. You walk in the sand. I have goosebumps right now. It's like revelation. Absolute victory. Because you see, he's having the wrath of the lover leaves, and the same on the wand. Victory. Absolute 100% victory and triumph. But you know what this is a triumph of? I feel goosebumps as the size of the elephant. You know what this is a triumph of? Of the courage and your will when nobody supported you. When no one told you, yes, go for what you believe in. Do it. You can do it. Yes, you have what it takes. All you had was that shine inside of you. The triumph of your courage. The triumph of the girl, 18-year-old girl, who escaped Saudi Arabia and became the fighter for women's rights in Islamic countries. Suppressed women, humiliated, scared, abused, whatever it is. The card of triumph of your willpower and courage. After so many walls you had to break through, after failures, after sleepless nights, After you did not give up, you kept on, like they say, if you have a dream, you were running. If when you couldn't run, you were walking when you couldn't walk. You fell on your knees, but you kept crawling on your knees and your elbows when you could not even crawl. You were lying out there and catching your breath, but you did not turn back. And that is triumph. Hopes come true. Dreams come true. Gifts receiving. You coming. Not only you do what you were meant to be, you inspiring others and leading the others. This is the spread your way up. I hope at least 1-2 of you heard me and got your answers. Namaste.